when I'm putting together something. I actually haven't like come out of the studio. I realize I got this great, amazing space, and I don't use hardly any of it. So I'm up here on a Saturday doing some stuff. This is behind the scenes of making the video. What's up, my people? So, Peter, what's happening? Just kidding. And if you've never seen Office Space, that little reference, that little ditty will not make any sense to you whatsoever. But I highly recommend that you go and check out that movie. It has some dude, I can never remember his name, and Jennifer Aniston before she kind of made it big. And when you watch it, you're gonna recognize all these characters in your office as someone that you identify with. Maybe you've worked with, maybe currently working with, whatever. But do me the favor, go check out the site. Go check out the movie. Go check out the movie. I'm fixing my little thing here. Let's see. Should I go forward? I think so. So, why am I wearing a Spider-Man t-shirt? Well, why the hell not, my friends? Spider-Man is awesome! Actually, there's a bigger point to this. If you've watched my other videos, you see that I have a lot of, let's just call it flair. Another Office Space reference. It's a, what do you call it? Sense of style. Maybe a personal taste of what I would have loved my room to be when I was a kid, but it wasn't. My room was cool, don't get me wrong. I made the best that I could out of it, but I didn't have like money to go buy stuff. I didn't have like a bunch of cool things I could throw up on the wall or display. And now that I have a little bit of money, very little bit of money, so don't hit me up for a loan or anything. Now that I actually have a little bit of money, I want to fill it around things that make me happy, that make me feel inspired and get me excited, which is kind of why I'm making this video. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I do what I do, because I enjoy this stuff so much. I can walk in here and that's where the ideas. Sorry. First and foremost, I'm out of the studio and I'm in my main area of the lobby for one of my software companies. Well, the software company has the name on the door, but we host all of our cadre of unique businesses here. This is the space, but I've not ever come really out of the space for you to kind of, you know, to explore acoustically, which is very good in here, I must say. But to actually just get out of the studio, bring the lights out, do something different. But today's video, to get back on point. I had somebody recently say, you know, they felt like all of the stuff that I have in the background of my video is an indication of maybe a midlife crisis or some sense of immaturity. To which I responded, to be fair, you've obviously not spent 5 minutes with me in your life. Immaturity is it's the cornerstone of my being. Right? Let's just be honest. I actually somewhat took offense to this comment because I didn't do it for them. And as they have seen my videos and they actually came by my office recently and they just kind of looked around like, why do you do this? What's the purpose? Purpose is to make me happy, to make me feel inspired, and to make me feel excited about whatever it is that I'm attacking on that particular day. On any given day, I can look up from my desk in my main office, and then I can go into the studio and I can look up and I can get lost in I guess you would call it a daydream of creativity. And so superheroes have been my thing since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. Spider-Man specifically. Why? Because he was an average dude trying to do great things. Yes, he had a little bit of this superpower. He could shoot webs and stuff, and I never could do that. I tried. I actually, as a kid, went out and got myself bit by a bunch of different spiders, just hoping that I would become Peter Parker 2 and save the mean streets of Albuquerque, which never happened. I did end up with a pretty severe reaction to one spider bite, however, and I thought maybe it was working. And really, I think what it was on its way to doing was killing me. But that's a completely different story. But I wear this. I like to dress in superhero shirts on a regular basis. Not when I have like a super important business meeting, of course, that would be weird. But I like to surround myself with this stuff because guys like Stan Lee and the host of different comic book legends, none of which I know their names. Stan Lee I do. Inspire me. And I believe that no matter what I'm working on, whatever I'm focused on, I've got to find that sense of curiosity, that sense of creativity, that sense of inspiration. And surrounding myself or wearing something that does that, I believe makes a huge, huge difference in my work. And so when this person kind of, and let's just be honest, and they will likely see this video, so full disclosure, sorry that I'm calling you out. I'm not actually giving your name. I'm kidding. Not gonna put his name or his web address down on the show notes, though I should. Hey, do you find it odd that it's called web notes? Get it? I'm here all week. No, really I am. I don't have any travel. So here is what I'm saying is, I did this video predominantly because yes, I am calling somebody out. I wouldn't say a hater, but a disagreeer, and someone that has really lost their inner child. And I lost my inner child for a whole lot of years, don't get me wrong. I've always surrounded myself with stuff that kind of makes me happy and makes me seem a little off. In all honesty, right? I would have little figurines and little things in my office. People would always comment on them, but I actually do it for a couple of reasons. One, for that purpose, right? When somebody sees something like what they see in my office, there's always a reaction. There is always a comment. And that comment, should I choose to utilize it, can be our connection point. And this person came and visited, and rather than look at it for all that it was really designed to be, or even to ask me what motivated or inspired me to do it, they just rather put it down, and actually went further to tell me that when they think they see my videos, they think that because I show these things in the background, that it's rather distracting. It makes me look maybe a bit immature. Well, you know what? If this is immaturity, then I fully embrace it. And if feeling like you have to have an office that looks like you could have been in any law firm in the country, or feels like a mausoleum when you walk in, it's cold and it's uninspiring, that's where you want to spend your day, more power to you. That's your thing, that's your thing. It's not mine. And I'm not gonna allow anybody to actually make me feel bad about wanting to be a 49-year-old Spider-Man. I actually think that could be the new comic book. The guy that gets bit at 49 that becomes old Spider-Man. But would you be, no, you wouldn't be old Spider-Man. You would actually be new, but an old dude Spider-Man. Maybe that would be, instead of the Amazing Spider-Man, it could just be Geriatric Spider-Man starring this guy. I think that would be, I might write that comic book. I can't draw worth crap. I've tried, really tried. But, so, what's my point in making this video? What inspires you? What motivates you? What kicks off that creative juice in your mind, in your way of thinking, in your way of living? You need to have those things around you. I don't know what it is. Some people like water, some people like plants, some people, you know, water and fountains and stuff. Some people like aquariums, some people like comic books. Some people like figurines, like Star Wars, and all of those cool things, which I love and fully embrace. As much as Spidey or Superman or the Hulk, or I love all superheroes. Spider-Man's just my dude, man. He's my dude. But whatever that is, it is amazing how a little piece of plastic, a little thing, a little toy, oh wait, like this, woo, Spidey, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, or like this, I have no superpowers. However, I'm rich. That's my superpower. Or heck, just this. Napoleon Dynamite.
Can you bring me my chopstick? What an idiot.
That's what I think of that guy. That was on cue, actually. Not really. That's just random. I'll put these guys in my pocket. The point being, whatever it is, this guy, when you're just kind of playing with him on your desk and you're on a conference call and you're like, man, I wish I could punch this guy across the phone. Maybe I am a little bit immature, and that's okay, because whatever it is that you find, I mean, it's a Spider-Man video, I should pull my Spider-Man out. Whatever you find, this guy, whatever you find that inspires you, motivates you, helps you dig inside, deep in the crevices of your creativity, to link back up to your inner child, I think it can serve you. It can serve you in your personal life, and it can serve you in your professional life. Now, The real reason that I had to give this guy about why I brought it up to the office and why I do the things that I do in my office is predominantly because my wife will not let me decorate our house exactly like I think it should be. So I go there to sleep and not necessarily be creative. I come here to go to allow it to happen. Whether you get it, whether you don't get it, whether you think it is serving my brand or not, everybody is entitled to their opinions. I respect that. And I also hope that that person will respect the fact that, oh my God, he lives in a place that feels like a mausoleum. I would hate to go there every day. I love coming here. Makes me a better entrepreneur, makes me a better rippler, and hopefully a little bit better content provider for you. So, as always, my friends, think about that. Fill yourself or surround yourself with things that bring you joy, that stoke that inner child, helps you find and link to your creativity. I promise you, if you just do one thing to make your little space a little better, something that you will look at and smile and say, thank you, Mr. Ripple, for inspiring me to take that idea. Hey, well, then it was all worth it. As always, my friends, ripple on.